Good afternoon, everyone. This is Rob from Next Truck Sales. I want to take this opportunity and introduce you to our 2007 4900 forward axle. This truck features a Detroit Series 60 with an Eaton Ultra Shift. Actually, this is an Autoshift transmission. The Autoshift was one of the, I call it the second or third generation of automatic transmissions. This one has a clutch pedal, meaning that it's not fully automated. When you come to a stop and when you start, you need to push in the clutch pedal and lift the clutch pedal in order to go forward. Outside of the first gear or starting and stopping, it does shift fully automatically. So let me take you through the truck. Obviously it's got a car hauler on here, a Cottrell. It's also a 2007. A couple of years ago, the frame of the trailer was completely sandblasted and painted. I'll take you through the truck and the trailer, show you some of the features, show you what I know about it. I'm not a trailer specialist, but I do know a lot about trucks, so I'll show you what I can tell you, and we'll go from here. So let's have a look at what we've got. It looks like the bumper has been spray painted to make it look not so rusty. We've got, if you look here, we've got silver spray paint on top of chrome, so perhaps a new chrome bumper would solve the problem. We've lost our Western Star logo. This is a pre-emission engine as far as DPF and DEF goes. It does have an EGR valve. I've got to figure out how we're going to get this hydraulic up and open up that hood to get you to have a good look underneath the hood. But for now, for the purpose of this video, I may stick in another video later. But for now, we'll show you the truck with the engine running, with the hood down, unless I can easily figure out how to get those hydraulics up to the point where we can open the hood. So have a look here. We've got some low profile 275 7022s on the front with drum brakes, Rodex steers. A little bit of damage here on the fender. It looks like some spider cracking, something hit it. Paint is kind of faded. If you look over here, it's definitely shiny, but then if you look over here, it's kind of dull, so maybe some sort of a blow-in. We've got different, some logo faded here. Overall, you know, this is a 17-year-old truck, so a couple things. Number one, can't get them anymore, certainly in this configuration, certainly without going into either a glider or a pre-DPF type truck. So hard to find, and obviously with this configuration, definitely very rare. Show you some bubbling here going on the cab. Not terrible. Western Star cabs are made out of steel. They are notoriously strong, but we do have some surface corrosion, bubbling, pitting over here. I'll take you on the inside in a minute, so I'm going to close this up for the time being, and I'm going to go through this in two ways. I'm going to go through the truck and then I'll go through the trailer. So here we've got a 90-gallon tank with a hydraulic tank to run the hydraulics at the back. It's a split tank. Take a peek inside of here. We've got some load straps, some coolant, some fluids, which is nice. The interior of this is actually pretty decent, and Western Stars definitely have one of the best cabs going, strongest and most durable. Have a look here. You see the back wall of the cab's in decent shape. A couple of dents, a little bit of chafing, but overall very good condition. Over here we've got a little bit of some stone chips, looks like a dent, another dent, but overall decent. A little bit of corrosion going on there. We've got the dual breathers. Let's just go over to the other side. We've got some auxiliary lamps underneath the headlamps, some stone chips. But overall, really for a 15-year-old truck, decent condition. Now over here we've got another matching 275 70-22.5 steer. We've got some, looks like we've got something rubbed through here on the door panel, but if you're putting a vinyl decal on, probably put it over top of that. And again, overall good condition. Not a lot of corrosion. There is some, but very little to speak of. Definitely over here you'll see some. It looks like that's probably where there was chafing between this window filter panel and that part of the cab. A couple of stone chips. Looks like something was maybe hanging out of the window and banging on the side of the panel. Inside of here, very nice. We've got all sorts of space. And on this side here, we've got a 100-gallon fuel tank. So let's go on the inside here, have a look. We've got premium interior with the leatherette doors. We've got a multi-way adjust seat. Here's your auto shift. So you've got a clutch pedal, and then you've got your brake, and then you've also got your shift panel, which is there. So I'll show you how that works in just a minute. So we're going to do an ECM download, and we will update the exact confirmed mileage on the truck, going based off of what we were given, based off of what we can prove. Two different things. Lots of switches here for all of your hydraulics, door locks, axle locks, etc. Let's get this thing fired up and have a listen to it. So probably want to push the clutch pedal down. Okay, so auto shift. So we got tons of switches: engine, brake, cruise, power windows, all your lights, power mirrors. Not sure the left-hand power mirror is working. I was definitely able to adjust it manually. So I've got 296 miles showing on the odometer. We'll verify that. Looks like we've got a custom-made armrest, so put your arm up there just so it's a little higher. We've got a broken windshield, which we'll replace once we make a deal. We've got lots of speakers. We've got CD speakers, stereo speakers. We've got homemade installed carpet here, an air ride passenger seat. In the back, we've got a flat top sleeper with an air top bunk heater. Looks like a power inverter over there. And let's have a look here. So over here, we've got a refrigerator, which is a nice feature. I'll make sure it's turned off. We don't need it making ice while it's parked. And it is actually cold, unbelievable. I can't believe it even started because it's been sitting out here for about 3-4 days. We've got storage up top here. We've got a bunk access door over here, emergency exit only. We're going to replace the mattress with a brand new one, foam. And if you look here, the Western Star cupboards are notorious for kind of falling apart. These ones here are no different. I'm not sure if this is a factory. It looks like it might be a factory. It's very nicely fitting, but interesting. Looks like 1970s cupboards. We've got a nice window here. And let's check our spec. You know, I guess that it's a Series 60 because I haven't looked at the hood, but usually they put it here. Yeah, it is a Series 60. So it's a 515 Series 60 14 liter with this. It says so here it's a 1650 torque, and let's see if I can clean that off. It's a 13 speed auto shift with a 321 rear axle ratio and a 249 wheelbase. So that's handy piece of information. Like I said, we'll get that hood up probably in another video, but for the time being, just to give you a good look. So when you want to go forward, here's what you're going to do. So take your brake off, obviously. Take the trailer brake off. Okay, so clutch down, put her into drive, and lift it up, and we start going forward. So reverse, push in your clutch again, just like a manual. Put it into reverse. So that's pretty straightforward. Once you get going down the road, obviously, you are, it's going to shift on its own. So, like I said, I'm not going to play with hydraulics today. I'm going to shut this down, and we'll walk around the outside, and I'll show you the trailer. The trailer was sandblasted and painted several years ago. It's in decent shape. I'll take you through. You can see there's some corrosion starting again, right? But overall, really decent condition. I'll just do a walkthrough. Like I said, I'm not a trailer specialist. This is more of a truck guy, but give you a wide angle view. It's an interesting color for sure, teal if we want to call it that. You can see here, so all surface corrosion, probably a rattle can would make this look really nice. It certainly is not to the point where you need to consider painting it again. It's not that bad, depending on where you're headed, depending on you know, what kind of salt and grime it's going to be subjected to. So hard to say, but I think it's still got a lot of life left in it based on what I see as far as overall condition of the trailer itself. So, and I'm not familiar with how to work one of these. I'm not even going to pretend. So I'll just go through and show you what I can see with the video. Probably better to deal with it that way than it is to try to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. And what I don't want to do is smash my head. So let's have a look here. So you can see you've got all your rings for tie downs, all your hydraulics right here. Everything appears to be dry. And you can see here, overall decent shape. I think you got to be kind of brave to drive one of these. In all honesty, driving with all this potentially expensive equipment overhead, high center of gravity. Looks like we've got some curtains on the side, which is nice to keep road grime off of your vehicles that are on here. Let's just take a look at some of these pistons. That's just dust, it's not rust. Let's see that. And overall pretty decent. Certainly not new anymore, but for a 15-year-old piece of equipment, it's definitely in good shape. Now, talking to the previous owner, he's got paperwork for a bunch of work that's been done, including an overhaul, including new transmission, new diffs, new brakes, all kinds of new stuff. And he's out of country, so I'm not going to be able to supply that anytime before October, unfortunately. So we'll supply it in due time, obviously. Not trying to hide anything, but it's also important that we know that we can only do what we can do. So that tire's pretty weak. We're going to be replacing that tire. That tire's pretty weak as well. These two are decent. Those two are kind of chewed up. It looks like they've got some sort of an underinflation issue going on there. Driven a little low on tread, or a little low on air. Man, look at all these hydraulics. So we've got 27 lines. I'm not even going to begin to understand this. Stick to what you're good at. Trucks. Trailer, still overall decent condition, and it's really based on rust. I do see a little bit of perforation there in that one spot. See a couple of cracks. Still secure. It's been repaired, kinda, with some self-tappers, some air tanks. Good wide angle from the back. One thing I wanted to mention, this is going to be our new yard. If you've watched our videos over the years, you'll always see me doing videos out of our other location out in Breslau. And we're moving to Cambridge. We're just in the process of getting ourselves moved into the new place. And so we've got, let's see what we got here. Okay, that is pitting. So I'm looking at that, this piston, or this, yeah. That's actually corroded on that one. Although I don't see a ton of oil leaking out, but it is definitely pitted. So we're moving into our new location, and we're going to have next week we hope to be fully operational in this location. Over here, yeah. So we've got we need 4 tires on this trailer. These 4, the rear trailer tires are excellent, and the front trailer tires are not so good. They are a 255/70 22.5. They're Roadmaster. We'll probably match them up, so they've got 4 matching tires. And again, let's take a close look here, or rather a wide angle view of what we've got. Curtains all appear to be in reasonably decent shape. A small tear here seems to have been repaired with some Gorilla Tape. That Gorilla Tape stuff is awesome. What a great invention. You can see here, so when you look at this kind of stuff, it was obviously sandblasted and painted, and so that pitting that you see there was obviously the surface corrosion that was blasted off previously. Have a look here. So we do have some surface corrosion as well, pitting. They may need to be cleaned up, but overall I think it's going to do the job, even if you've got a little bit of leakage, because it isn't terrible. So we've got a lot of stuff going on here, pistons everywhere, and I guess it's going to be up to the buyer to really decide what they're hoping to get, what one of these is worth new, and what you're getting here for what we're asking, and if it's worth that. So without smashing my head, let's have a look over here. So we have some pitting going on as well on these pistons. So there's some pitting, it's certainly not horrible, but as I look at it, yeah, you're going to see that there is some maintenance that may be required at some point in the near future, because that's not perfect condition anymore. But it's also a fraction of what is new. So there's your trailer. Let's take a look at the sear tires and the drive tires on the truck. So drive tires are AOLIS, and they are at least 60-70%. These ones here are AOLIS. A little bit of shoulder wear going on this one, and a little bit of shoulder wear going on this one. Probably could stand to put a pair of these on. They're okay. They're virgin, but they're not great on tread. Let's have a look over here and see. And we looked at these steer tires. I didn't look at the other drive tires. I think we're probably going to need, so now that I'm looking at it, we're going to need 6 tires for sure. These are decent for sure. These are 60-70%, and interestingly these are about 40-50%. These look decent, so just 2. So I'd say we need 6 tires on this thing. I hope that gives you a good idea of what this trailer and truck combination are all about. 2007 Western Star, 2007 Cottrell trailer. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come over here and give you a good wide angle view. So you can pause this and maybe try and figure out how many cars you can fit on it. But there you have it. 2007 pre-emission with an automatic transmission, a rare find with a Detroit 60 series. If you are interested in this truck, feel free to give me a call at area code 289-259-6054 or toll free 844-489-8789. That's 844 Heavy Trucks. I hope to hear from you soon. Bye for now, and thanks for watching.